So how do you learn kata? How do you learn form? The old school martial art masters would teach kata by getting a student to just watch them and teach a student the applications by performing the bunkai on them, i.e. striking them, getting them in joint locks and throwing them. Now, in this day and age, society has changed a lot, and normally a student would, and I'm talking about years ago, a student would be perhaps the only student of that teacher, that sensei, that shifu. So, the disciple would watch and learn and pick up the practice through just watching and experiencing fighting. And there wouldn't be as much verbal communication with most instructors. Now, we tend to have more set classes where you have a warm-up, stretching, then some basics, some kumite or sparring, and then kata and the bunkai or applications of kata or china if you're doing kung fu. So it's more structured and set in a particular way. But if you're new, learn one movement properly at a time and start to add to it maybe. So if you're doing a basic kata, like a Heian kata or Heian shodan, which is probably the easiest, you would first learn how to lock properly and get into the right stance, and learn how to do that one move at a time. But if you're not disciplined and you're not serious about it, then if there's a gap, your training will suffer. Your training will suffer because you're not proficient enough to pick it up 2-3 weeks later. So be consistent, take it bit by bit. That's the way to learn.